Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about navigating the legal career here in Australia. Chances are you might be wrapping up your legal studies here in Australia, or you might be a qualified lawyer planning to move here in Australia, or maybe you're just curious to know what are the options look like here in Australia for you. Either way, please stay tuned because we'll talk more about this in this video. In today's video, we are navigating the Australian legal market, what opportunities lie ahead. Today, I'm navigating the Australian legal job market, the sectors, the salaries, and how to actually land a job. Well, when I started here, I was not handed over a job. I started by volunteering. So I'll talk more about my journey and also how to actually land a job here in Australia. But before we go any further, if you like what I'm doing and like the content which I'm creating, please hit the subscribe button because it will really help me create more such content and it will help me make the community stronger. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm now going to talk about the different kind of sectors here in Australia and the kind of pay scale they have to offer. Now let's start. The three different sectors here would be private practice, government practice, and non-governmental practice. When I talk about private practice, I'm basically talking about all the top tier law firms. It can be Allens, HSF, Clayton Utz, and the list goes on. So you can see tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 law firms. And then there are boutique law firms also. Generally, if you are going for the range of a graduate lawyer, even if you're an overseas qualified lawyer, maybe you might be placed in a graduate lawyer level. So they range somewhere around 80 to 90. Okay. And paralegal roles generally range from 65 to 80. And definitely this varies as per state and your experience and what kind of internships you hold here in Australia also. Coming to the government sector, the Australian government sector, we have Director of Public Prosecution, ASIC, ACCC, Home Affairs, and graduate programs which run with the government. One thing to keep in mind when you're applying for government roles is that they really check they're very firm on their residency status here. And they prefer Australian citizens, and you need to show that you need to demonstrate that you would not require any visa sponsorship. So chances are you would be having a strong footing when you're able to demonstrate that. And the range is generally around 65 to 75 if you're a graduate, and it may go ahead as per your experience and everything. Now, coming to the non-governmental one, you have legal community centers here, which is having a strong footprint here. You may start off working as a paralegal at a legal community center and then gain an experience in how work with them, continue to work with them. And mostly even with legal community centers, you need to hold your Australian citizenship. Then you have in-house options, which you can work with corporate as a legal counsel or as a legal officer. The opportunities, the salary range is somewhere around 80 to 900K, depending for in-house legal counsels. And if you're also an overseas qualified lawyer, all these three options are open for you. Let's talk about how to actually find a job. Seek and LinkedIn are going to be your best friend in this journey, and they're going to be at the starting point. You need to create job alerts on Seek or LinkedIn. You can create job alerts for legal officer, paralegal, senior legal officers, or any graduate legal position which you're looking out. Now, I would say on LinkedIn, follow the firms and legal organization, engage with their content, look up for the people who are working with them, and you can also inbox them, send them a message via LinkedIn. Then comes the recruiters. Recruiters are one of the best kept secrets and they are very underrated. So there are many recruiters here, city specific and also I say sector specific. Like there are different recruiters for community legal centers who do specifically for that. For in-house, there are different recruiters, and for private practice, there are different recruiters. But you can all find them on LinkedIn and ask them if they are hiring anyone. And honestly, they will really help you get the foot in the door, and it's much more better option than sending cold emails to senior associates or just being there. Lastly, I will say to attend seminars and do a lot of networking. When you attend seminars, every law society of the state runs a lot of seminars. You can attend that, you can do a lot of networking, meet senior lawyers. And I think when you meet and you connect with people, that's when they know the face and they recognize they've heard about you and they might offer you an opportunity. And yeah, build those relationships. It's when you build those relationships, you'll know what you need ahead in future. Your resume, please tailor your resume every time you see a job. Do it as per the job description. Don't keep a generic resume and then go about applying it, because really that will not help you. Example being, if they're talking about attention to detail, they want a candidate who's having some client experience, try to mention that in your resume. It will really help you. At least it will definitely help you get that interview. Now, also keep your resume up to 1 or 2 pages. Do not keep it more longer. It is generally mentioned in the job description of what they are expecting in the kind of resume they are expecting. And I would also say to tailor your covering letter. Your covering letter is also does play a very important role, because hiring managers tend to read the covering letter on why you are interested in the role and what your experience does look like. So it really helps to write a good covering letter. I would say don't keep it generic, because trust me, they will not look up to it. Try to tailor it, and you don't want to be that one person who did not, the hiring manager didn't see it. So yeah, put in your best efforts and definitely you will be noticed. Let's talk about my journey. So I started working at Mariquil Legal Center and I was a volunteer there. This wasn't a paid opportunity. I worked close to about 7 to 8 months with them. And I used to do a lot of client contacting, triaging the calls, writing summaries about the issues. And just in general, I got to know what the legal ecosystem is like here in Australia, and also how a community legal center works. It was a good experience. It gave me a good exposure. And it helped me land also my first job here in Australia, that as a paralegal, I worked at Cypher Shaw. Cypher Shaw is into employment and work health and safety. I supported both the teams there, and thereafter I just kept saying yes for whatever the opportunities came forward to me. Once I qualified, there were much better opportunities which came up to me as a qualified lawyer. I worked in-house with a startup and just kept on saying yes to whatever the opportunities were presented to me. So if you follow the same rule book, I'm sure you'll learn something very soon. Lastly, I would say to you, seek LinkedIn, Jora, whatever job portals you can find here in Australia. Tailor your resume, get out there to get to your networking events and understand what the job, tailor it as per that. And I would say, please also don't underestimate the power of volunteering. There are fantastic opportunities available here in Australia. If you do get an opportunity to volunteer, please do volunteer. And if you're an overseas qualified lawyer on your journey to being admitted here, please don't be overwhelmed by the journey here. I know it's long, lengthy, and tiresome, but position yourself here so that when this process is done, your admission is done, you have a good head start for a job prospect. Drop in your comments below and let me know what you think of this video. I generally love hearing from all of you. If you really like this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Disclaimer, this video is just for general information purpose and it reflects my own personal journey here in Australia. Salary figures are just an estimate. They vary as per employer and state, and this does not constitute as a financial or a legal advice. Thank you.